Well, hello everyone, Dan Hurd Prospecting here. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome. I hope to earn your subscription today. I am back here at the Blue Chip Mine. If you saw videos from earlier this year, I explained all I wanted to do at the Blue Chip this year. We're in for our first actual working day here. I have Jason from Mount Baker Mining and Metals with me, and we're gonna see if we can get ourselves, 500 or more pounds of gold-bearing quartz seam to take back to his crusher and see what it has for gold. So wish us luck, and I hope you enjoy. I see a Sasquatch!
It's me, I made it!
It's Jason from Mount Baker Mining and Metals. He's here to do all the hard work today.
Oh, yes, it's Dan's turn to take me into the wilderness and death march all the way up to his mine today.
Okay, that was a 5-minute walk. Yours was like a 5-hour walk.
That's true.
And it is a beautiful spring day. It is absolutely amazing out there. Can you believe how easy this place is to get to?
It's amazing, really, actually, that we can just walk in 2-3 minutes to a gold mine. It's fantastic.
And just like that, right above the town, it's right there.
Yeah, I mean, Highway 1's right there.
Exactly, and the Fraser River. So I assume you'll probably want to look around a little bit before we get to work.
Yeah, show me around.
Sure. Well,
I'm interested to hear.
Adit number 2. 1 is over there, 3 is up on the hill, 4 I've never found, it's in the river valley, and 5 isn't dug yet.
What? That's pretty straightforward.
You can see a little bit of the quartz seam just up there in that little divot.
The face there, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you look carefully, you can see it coming out the other side. It's really rusted. Really rusted. Over top of adit number 2, it actually goes above adit number 2, which is really strange that they didn't dig in on the seam. They dug well below it. And my best, judge of going inside is they never intersected it.
Weird.
I don't know if this was just never completed. Maybe they plan to go in and then just get up to it in multiple spots, or I don't know. Maybe they ran out of money. Maybe they ran out of will. Yeah. I have no idea. But yeah, it goes right across the top there, right down through that, and goes down over to adit number 1.
Interesting.
So let's go check out inside.
Yeah.
So I just took Jason down for a tour of the number 2 adit. We're at the very end of it right now, just showing him all the different small quartz veins that intersect it. The main vein does not intersect this adit that we can see at any point. We have done sampling in here. Nothing has ever really shown us very much. This is a neat one to explore, but it's not the one to work. The one to work is up the hill.
Yeah, we gotta get a vein.
Yes, get some good material. We want to get a lot today, as much as we can.
Yeah, as much as we can. You brought your generator and some bigger tools.
Yeah, we're gonna take it back to Jason's mill down in Bellingham there, and I want Jason to try to decide for me how much of the gold is locked up in sulfides versus how much is free milled. I've done some tests in the past. My smelting skills are not that great. His are awesome. So we're gonna see if we can separate off all the free milled and then smelt the sulfides and see what's there. And that should give us a good idea of where the gold is hiding.
Yeah, no, I'm excited about it. It should be a good experiment, kind of a bulk sample test. And you're going to do a whole bunch of stuff. A liberation test, you're going to get the free mill out, you'll figure out how much is locked up in sulfides, and that'll tell you a lot of information about the mine. 500 pounds good for that, you think? I think so, yeah, if we can get it.
Let's shoot for 5.
All right, let's do it.
Look at that agility. Not even a wet foot.
I didn't get wet.
It says stay out.
Yeah, you got to give all your info and keep them out.
We will go over and have a quick look at number 1. Last time I was here, there was some really unstable rocks above it, which made me want to run away screaming. Well, not really. Made me not want to go underneath the rocks. And yes, they're still there. I'll show Jason where we're at, but those look deadly dangerous. And here we are at adit number 3. There's the vein right there, and this is the hottest spot, either out here or inside at that same sort of level, is where all the best material has been coming from. And that's where we want to try to get most of our material from today. Though we are going to do a bit of the shotgun approach. We are going to go around and get quartz from all over the place. Even if we find stuff laying on the ground, this stuff has all come from this general area. We will throw it all in. The more volume, the better for this test, because we want to see how much is locked up and how much is not. And for that kind of test, you don't need to necessarily know which part of the mine it comes from. Thoughts yet?
Let's go mining.
Let's get mining.
I want to see if we can find some of that dendritic gold or some visible gold.
I'll show you where that came from. It's just up here.
Yeah, let's go find some BG. That'd be awesome.
So just showing Jason the adit number 5. That's my joking adit number 5 up there because it actually doesn't go into the mountain at all. But if I was ever to drive an adit in, that's where it would be. And it's where we have found our best sort of dendritic or flower or leaf gold is up there. We also have this spot here. If you go back in my channel, you'll see me using a little micro blaster to pop the capstone off. Unfortunately, micro blasters have been banned in BC since then, so I'm not allowed to use it anymore. But we'll try to get a little bit from here, just, you know, the old-fashioned Armstrong way. See anything shiny?
No. I'm gonna pick up every piece of quartz I can though and put it in a bucket.
Perfect. And adit number 4 is around that little lump there, which I've never actually been to because, well, first I got distracted by gold. Second time I tried, I slipped on a stick and almost fell down the hill and I just gave up. But apparently if you walk around that lump into the creek valley, there is one more adit. Never been there though. So all around here, we see chunks of quartz for sure. Like there's pieces everywhere, but we also see chunks like this, which are, well, this one's a bit of quartz, but it's a massive sulfide. If we broke that open, it would just be shiny sulfide inside. Here's one that is starting to oxidize up on the surface. So it's starting to rust and fall apart, but that is just a huge chunk of pyrite. That is an iron sulfide. Often at places like this, the gold will be hosted in a quartz vein, but the gold itself is usually in with the iron within that quartz vein. And this is some of the iron that we see here. We see pyrite and we see iron pyrite, both. Plus some tellurides up here. That there's what we're looking for. And of course, when you're gold mining and looking for quartz, the rustier the better. Gold often goes along with iron. There's even a crystal in there. A little quartz crystal in it. See a little crystal inside?
Yeah, nice. Put it in the crusher. Throw it in the bucket. What do you think, Dan? How much gold's in there?
0.00001 of a gram.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's get some volume.
We need more.
I have a feeling you're itching to go inside here.
I always like to go inside.
Let's go inside. This one is sketchiest for, you know, falling down and stuff. Although I've had a couple people that know mine adits very well go in and say it's very safe. Okay. To me, I don't like going underground. This one looks a bit sketchy.
Maybe Cerro Gordo changed your mind.
No.
Made it worse, maybe.
Well, hello bears. Hello. I doubt there's any bears in there. Famous last word.
Yeah, you go first.
Okay. I've actually spent quite a bit of time down in this adit. Quartz crystals over on that side. I've harvested some really nice quartz crystals over there. Over here is where all the best gold is found. Oh, yeah. And again, if you take a handful of that stuff on the ground right there, pan it out, it'll have gold in it. It's that abundant right there. Really? And then straight back, nah, I haven't really done any work straight back. I've grabbed a few quartz samples and whatnot, but yeah, haven't really ever done much. Really? The highest grade assay was right up there, and just around that little bluff, that little corner there is where my buddy Dave took an assay from. And what I've been told is that seam right there, at roof level, is where all the good stuff is.
Okay. Well, it looks like you've chipped it all back and got the easy stuff.
Well, someone before me did.
Okay. We might be able to get a little bit more out of there, but
there's a good spot right there. Right there is a good spot that you can actually get a bit. And look at the iron just coming down, juicy stuff.
Yeah. So there's not much back there then.
Nah, it's a fun little walk. And there's quartz everywhere on the ground. So if we just want to go and start, you know, picking up debris to go crush, anywhere in here we can find it. There's the seam right there. The vein. I keep calling it seams. That's the wrong terminology, isn't it?
We all know what you mean.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think it's a geography thing. Australians call them reefs.
Yep.
Seams, veins.
And yeah, there's just chunks of quartz everywhere in here. And as we can tell from adit number 5, it doesn't really matter if you're on the main one or the sub ones. They all seem to have something in them.
What do you think about that vertical vein right there? Could that be the one we saw on the surface?
Oh, it could be. Are we back far enough? Yeah, that might be it.
Where you found all the gold?
That's a significant vertical, and that could be the right distance back. It's nice and stable back here. If we wanted to work in here, we could.
Well, I got all excited when you said you found all that big gold in this little stringer.
What else is back here? Yeah.
Is there another vertical somewhere?
The horizontal, it's still following the main.
Yeah.
The main goes right down and around there.
It looks like it's a little bit, maybe 3 or 4 inches back here, so it's come out a little bit in size.
Yeah. And there might actually be a spot just to your right that we could actually get a little bit of the material.
Boy,
see
look
right,
how rusty it is back
right in
here.
front of you there.
Yeah, this here hanging over, maybe here, but it's definitely rusty. All decomposed sulfides. That looks like good stuff.
It's raining in here.
It is. Wet.
And the highest assay, the best assay we got was right in that crack right there. We pulled a big chunk out just like that, sent it off for an assay, and it came back, I think it was 12, maybe 15. I always have to go back and look those things up. I can never really remember.
But this is their little stove where they were working in the 60s, you think?
Yeah, my buddy Dave, when he was up here working it, yeah, he was working this stuff. He was breaking out this quartz, crushing it down on site, high grading it, and then they sent a whole, I think 2 barrels off to a smelter in Spokane.
Ah, do you know where their tailings are?
Sort of. They're too overgrown and over the hill to actually work in any way.
Because I bet they're pretty oxidized at this point. You could rework those.
Yeah, a lot of material right in there that has come down since we cleaned it out. So we could actually get quite a bit of material out of the hot spot too.
Yeah, quartz there on the floor. You're standing on a bunch.
Yep. Pan any of this stuff out I'm standing on, you will find gold.
Huh. And this old steel.
Yeah, watch your head. That got my head once real good.
Oh, wow.
Thunk. Jason's going inside to collect. I'm gonna fire up the generator out here with the big hammer and see if we can get some surface stuff. And a little later, I think we'll bring out feather wedges and see if we can get a real good chunk from the big part of the seam. Good luck in there.
All right, in I go. Here we go.
Say hi to the bears.
Yeah.
Brand new generator. Nope, nothing happened to my old one. We just needed a second. We've got one at one site right now and one that I carry with me. And I'm being very conscious of the exhaust from this. It is blowing away from the adit. Since Jason's inside the adit, we don't want exhaust going in. We're down below and blowing away, and there is a breeze going that direction. So we don't have to worry about, you know, suffocating him inside. And my first job will get some of the boxwork quartz from right here. Boxwork means that it is broken up into these like cubes, almost like sugar cubes. And it breaks up quite easily. And it has these sort of veins going one way, veins going the other, veins going the opposite way. It makes kind of like box, like a corrugated cardboard type box. And the old timer, Dave, who has since passed away, when he told me where to find the gold, he says, look for the boxwork quartz. So we're gonna take some from right here. Well, that makes very quick work of this stuff. Nice, beautiful big chunks. Like, that is awesome. I can almost guarantee you that piece there is big enough of the right material that there will be a piece of gold in that. And that's what we're looking for, the boxwork quartz. Breaks up in little boxes. Beauty. Real good layer of sulfides right down there. Nice gray sulfides. That is what we want. Here's a close-up of that boxwork quartz. You can see the little sulfide spots in between each of the boxes of quartz. Each of the crystals, they're not really crystals, they're just kind of crystallized quartz. And in between each one, there's either a little void, or sulfides that have filled in, or gold. But that's what we're looking for. That is gold ore. Some iron pyrite on the top there. My buddy Dave, when he came up here, I brought him up here maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Kind of one of his, you know, dying wishes is to get back into his mine. Brought him in here and he just sat here breaking rocks and pointing out the gold. There is gold, visible gold in these rocks. He was seeing it under a loupe. We're just looking with cameras. It is possible. As I was chiseling away, I saw some motion in a larger rock, and I just want to make sure that we're not causing a bigger, you know, collapse in while Jason's inside, obviously. Obviously, that would not be good. I've just called Jason out for a second. I'm going to drop this rock and make sure it's all safe. Just didn't want you inside when I'm dropping a rock here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, please don't kill me.
Well, it wasn't, I don't think it would have killed you. I think it may have just blocked you inside.
Yeah, I don't want that either. You want me to move your machine here?
Oh, sure. I don't think it's that much, but...
All right, yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh, there's a...
Ooh, she's bigger than I thought. We got this whole face about to come. Maybe move the bucket too, just in case the whole face comes.
Yeah.
Okay, what is going on here? This whole thing is about to go, and there are things above me. Where am I going? I'm going over that way, so nothing hits me. I don't have my pry bar, but there she goes. I think that would have concerned you if you heard that while you were inside.
I'm glad you called me out. What else you got?
Yeah, gotta keep things safe here. I think we're good.
Okay.
You're safe to go back.
Back in the hole.
Back in your hole. There we go, safely back on the vein again. That's one problem when you're working in such a vertical terrain, is sometimes gravity helps you, other times it hinders you. And in this case, well, it helped get rid of a whole bunch of stuff real quick, but it's a good thing I noticed the motion. I wouldn't have wanted to be down there when that came down on me. Whew, that would have been bad. Luckily I got the brain bucket on. And that's broken up all nicely. Well, that looks like a full bucket. Anything more than that, and I don't think I want to lift it. There's a couple things on here that look like they could be gold. I think that might be a little bleb of gold right there. My old eyes can't really tell. That could be one too. Wouldn't that be nice?
Hopefully we get a nice gold line on the table.
Wouldn't that be nice?
That would be cool.
The heavy thumping I hear going on inside there suggests that Jason is far more comfortable and brave inside an adit than I would be. And if you want to see what Jason's up to inside there, you'll have to check out his channel, Melt Baker Mining and Metals. Me, on the other hand, I'm still outside here, looking to see if I can find where that seam is pushing through. The seam, actually, the vein, comes right through here somewhere. I think that's actually it, just nothing more than like a 1/4 inch thick. I can't even see any quartz in it at this point. It's pinched off so oh, there's some quartz, I see it there. So maybe it opens up again right here. If it does, I'll see if I can get at least one sample from over here. Yes, I see it opening up. I'll see what I can get from right there. Oh, apparently he just said his bucket's full. So he's obviously doing every bit as good as I am. There was a lot of thumping going on inside there.
There is.
Look at that!
Oh,
And where is that from? Off to the left?
off to the left.
That's the good stuff.
Right on the surface, or on the seam there.
Head height.
I'm using your terminology now.
The head height, basically.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Head height, and that's supposed to be the best stuff there is right in there. And my bucket is filled with the same material, just on the other side of the wall.
Yeah, we're about 10 feet away from each other.
Yeah.
You're mining one side, I'm mining the other.
Yeah. How nerve-wracking was it in there when I was using the big rotary hammer out here?
Not too bad. You know, it's actually, there's more noise, I think, from the echoing of the generator than like reverberating from the hammer mill.
Okay.
So it's not too bad.
Well, I'm impressed you got that much. I'm very impressed. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
It's coming along. I've got more to get, so let me get another bucket and
Perfect.
jump back underground.
Perfect.
I think we should be getting excited, right?
That is nice looking
Like
stuff.
all this stuff down here.
That looks great. Okay, Jason, your next job is to try to get the buckets apart.
Good. Oh, are they stuck? We got the easy ones?
I got the easy one off. Oh, it wasn't that bad.
Professional.
It wasn't that. So I'm really hoping that is the quartz vein right there. Yes, it is. Very rusted, but that's the quartz. Ooh, nice. I'm happy I know where the vein is now at this point. I still need to trace it all the way over to the other end. Let's get the bucket and fill it up. Okay, got a little sample from there. It's not very much. Now we're gonna go over to where the seam is nice and big. So over here, the vein is nice and wide. It's like 8 to 10 inches thick, but it doesn't look as juicy as it was over on the other side. We'll still take some. It'll all go in together for our evaluation.
I just knocked this off the
Oh, he's excited about
thing,
something.
and there's these black bugs. Is that a bunch of dendritic gold down in that? I didn't have the light in there to look.
I see something that is showing a bit of yellow, but I think it's just a light passing through. That looks great though. Every one of those pockets could have gold in it. All of them.
Yeah.
That looks fantastic. I'm gonna get the close-up.
Yeah.
There we go. I think that's our first visible gold of the day. And you know, I think there's a piece off to the sort of right, up top right as well.
And is there one on the extreme right of your
no, I don't think that is.
How about the other way?
This way. Oh, extreme right, over here.
There you go.
My other right, yes.
Is that one right there?
It could be. As I said, every one of those pockets could have it in it.
And yes, there's sister pockets to that inside still, and I think I see gold in the Vug's left.
Woohoo!
Nice rock. That one might be worth saving and slaving or something.
Look at that, way up here too. That's gold. That's gold up there too.
Yep.
It's all over this piece. Yep, I'd say this piece gets set aside. Well, that's exciting. He's just gone back in for more. I'm gonna get more of my material here, but he is on it, for sure. Okay, Jason called me inside, says, gotta come have a look.
I think there's just gold sticking all over this face.
This is exactly where I was told it would be.
Yeah, is that all gold? Right up there?
Thunk. It sure looks like it, doesn't it?
Look at that. Oh, is that just a big old piece sticking right on?
Right inside that big Vug?
Yeah.
It looks like it, doesn't it? I don't know how my close-up camera will do in here.
Now, how do we get it out of there? I think I can work it out. But...
Let's see what I can do.
Whoop, there it is. Nice show.
Still in the wall. How are you going to get that out of there, Jason?
I don't know. We might need to divert your hammer drill out there. I don't know.
I got a long extension cord. We don't have to run the generator inside.
Yeah. I think I can get it out. Let me get this out by hand, and it'll be worth twice as much.
Perfect. You're getting some really nice looking pieces out of here. This one, probably a piece of gold right there. This guy here, just setting it aside to show Jason what I talk about when I say boxwork court. He doesn't know that terminology. That's the terminology that the old timer Dave used. He said, look for the boxwork court, and that's where you'll find the gold. That's boxwork right there, and that's gold right there. So my eyes are very, very bad. I actually won't be able to tell until I put this on the computer and blow it up big what my camera is really seeing. But that Vug there, looking very promising. Nice big chunk here. I just hit with a chisel as loose. Unfortunately, the camera is at the angle that I need the chisel to be at. There we go. Big chunks. Well, I'll fill my bucket first. This material on top is just rust. It's nothing but rust. So it's obviously an iron layer that is decomposed. I will take all of that because iron and gold go hand in hand. If it's rusted away, it could leave lots of gold sitting inside of it. And that'll go in the bucket. I'm getting lots of the boxwork quartz here, just crumbling as I go through. You can see the ground is just littered in this stuff. Mostly just a straight white quartz. But I do find pockets every once in a while, rotted out sulfide pockets. And I just found one that has been sealed from the air, so it's not rotted out. And you know, that's sort of like what the pocket would have looked like before Mother Nature weathered it out naturally. And that might be an iron pyrite, might be a telluride, it might be any of those pyritites, anything like that. But that's what it looked like naturally, and that's what it looked like when Mother Nature got done with it. Let's get the close-up on those. Some nice pyrites on this one that haven't yet rotted away. So that pocket right there at one point would have housed sulfides of some sort. This pocket currently holds the sulfides. And those are the pockets we tend to find gold in. I don't know, let me know below. Can you see in this pocket right now any gold? It's possible it's there. Again, my eyes are so bad. Well, I managed to break out that little pocket all by itself. It'll definitely go in the bucket. I don't see any with the magnification of the camera. all down there.
That works great. I was trying to stop with my feet. You expose this gray area a little bit more.
The gray stuff, yeah.
Yeah. Just come off. Stop.
Another little bit of that gray up here too. And then that's the one I was playing with earlier. And then the iron layer on top.
Should have brought a tarp or something.
Yeah.
Maybe I can hold the bucket up under where you're chiseling?
Well, I was kind of going hardcore there just for the video sake.
making it look good.
Yeah, before I was just breaking one chunk off and grabbing it, breaking another and grabbing it.
Said and done, I guess, huh?
Yeah. But you're getting it. You can blast through there. There you go. Oh,
what's that?
There's some of that gray. Well, that made very short work of filling that bucket. We got a whole bunch from the seam here, although, again, this is not the best looking seam around, but we got a lot from it. Jason has decided to go inside with the rotary hammer there. Again, we've put the generator so it's blowing the exhaust away from the adit, even though Jason likes huffing fumes.
Let's see what I can find inside.
You're a brave man.
Are you coming in?
No?
No. All right, wish me luck.
I said I'm not going in, and then what do? I'm going in to check things out. Into the dark, into the scary place. How far can you get?
I can get right to my spot here.
Oh, excellent.
So what I'm going to try and do is chip some of this rock off so I can get to my good stuff up here.
Looks to be a good big chunk of the good stuff, sir, to the right there that will easily come off.
This one here?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was down here with a hammer and chisel and it was not going very good.
Yeah, okay.
All right, let's see what happens.
Good luck with that. I'm running away scared.
Okay, run away scared.
While Jason plays underground with the chisel there, I'm going to come up here and just with a shovel clear away some of the the overburden here to see if maybe with the bigger tool we can work our way down. All the visible gold, well, not all of it, a lot of visible gold is found on this wall, but I got everything from the wall. Time to go down and see if the seam, the vein, continued down. Clear off all this first, then we'll take the big tool and see if we can start breaking up bedrock to get back in to where that vein would have continued down. Well, I have cleaned a lot here over the last half hour. You can see the vein runs right through there. This is the wall I cleared all the quartz crystals and everything off and found so much gold. Right there. You would think if you looked in line with that wall, that seam is all in line, that it would come through right here. There is no evidence of it. Absolute no evidence of the seam breaking through this rock. It's like it just stopped there. I don't see a shear mark that says it would have been offset. It just outright stopped. I was really hoping I could find just a hairline, tiny vein of something running through here that would indicate it continued on and then pushed over. Now over on this face, which seems to still be in the perfect line, I do see quartz. This vein seems to be running horizontal, not vertical like the other one. I just don't see evidence of what was right there. One of these days I have to pop over this log and just see a little farther away and see what it looks like, but oh, it can be frustrating. Gold mining can be frustrating. The amount of work you put into it looking for that last little tiny piece of the puzzle. Did the vein change directions? Is this it coming out over here? Did it just go kink and poof? It's pushing out this way? I don't know. I really should go straight down into that bedrock there and see if that seam continues straight down. That looks like a lot of, you know, feather and wedge work though. Well, I will continue. I'll let you know if I find anything. Okay, I just found my first evidence of something good. I just pulled a rock out of that little, I broke it up, pulled it straight up, and on the very bottom of it, so I flipped it over here, I see boxwork quartz. So, at the bottom there is something. And it has pulled out a piece, a nice piece of quartz with it attached. No visible gold, quartz crystals. That's a crystal I just pulled off. And my seam that I had originally definitely had boxwork quartz and quartz crystals sort of all mashed together. That is promising. Down in the bottom of the hole. Kind of still in the right line. Okay. Down we go. Nice.
And I don't know if it's good or not, but it sure looks good.
Jason just came and grabbed me. He's excited about some black tar he found inside. Some of the sulfides here rot out to this disgusting black stuff. Gets on everything. You can use it to paint it so black.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. But I was at the spot where with the chisel from the hammer drill, I'd push into the vein and just go.
Yeah. And ooze black.
Yeah, out both sides.
Oh, here we go, back inside.
Dan's favorite place.
And you didn't suffocate yourself with exhaust fumes?
No. Here's your light.
Oh, we got better light. Nice. Oh yeah. Tarry black.
Called in the expert here to see what I got.
Ooh, it's shining. That is just straight up iron pyrite or sulfide of some sort.
And then turn around and I ran into the same stuff over in there. It's a little more oxidized.
Yeah.
A little less apparent. But it's almost like there's a seam in the quartz seam that runs across through here.
Yeah, we got some nice gold out of this side here. Again, specimens and all, right from up there.
Yeah, because it's certainly gooey and, I mean, let's see if I can get, yes.
Yeah, just crumbly black.
It's just, there's quartz in it, but it's just gooey black.
There's gold in your hand, man.
There's gold in there. Well, I got half a bucket of that stuff.
The knob is still there. Apparently you didn't get it.
I got some, but yeah, it's more difficult than I got started over here. And
this looks great. Beautiful looking stuff.
Yeah.
You got a big chunk you could knock off right there. Look at that.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I was looking at that. That's the vein.
Oh,
because I think the vein's up here.
Okay.
And,
yeah.
and pinches, and that's just some wall that.
I see, yeah.
I thought the same thing too, but then I knocked a piece off.
Oh, there's lots of good stuff right there. Put the chisel up in there. Bonk.
Yeah. I'll go turn on the generator for you.
No thanks, I'm good.
We'll leave it for next time.
Yes. And you left lots on the floor to pick up for next time too, I see.
Yeah, well that's just seed gold.
So I brought the hired help up to start doing the heavy work.
Yeah, the American immigrant as we joke, huh?
Yes. He brought the generator and the hammer drill up. Jason is going to try to trace this vein down where it disappears into the ground. That is very hard rock. We're hoping we can actually break some free and see if it continues down. Going this way, it just outright stopped. But, as I said earlier, I found evidence that something has started again down here. So I'm going to continue digging down. Jason's going to do the futile thing and try to break this rock. We do have feather and wedges back at the ATV if we need them.
Okay, we'll give it a go with this thing and see what we can do.
Well, Jason's my hero. He just broke off some of the rocks in the back wall. We lifted them out. Now, earlier I said we found evidence down at the bottom that there might be some quartz, and it's good looking stuff. Well, when we pulled out the next rock, we definitely see, it's only about 1 centimeter thick, but we definitely see another quartz vein. And this is exactly like that one that showed me so much gold. Nice and thin, quartz crystals poking into the middle with iron in it. This is the right stuff. It's not the right orientation. This was definitely vertical. This is mostly horizontal, but maybe they all were part of the same system or something. We're on something. There it is. Nice close-up of our best chance to find some visible gold. Oh no, we already found visible gold. So no, It's not our best chance since we've already done it, but good chance there's visible gold in there if we look long enough. We definitely think we're on it. So Jason's going back to grab a bucket. We're just putting this in with the rest of the material we found today. It's all going in the crusher. Throw it all in the crusher. It'll come out on the table. And I'm gonna see if that vein continues in the hole. And Jason managed to make it down a little bit underneath where I was finding all the gold and found more quartz down there. So he's on it too. We're putting it all in the bucket. It's all gonna go back and get crushed, and we'll see what kind of gold it has in it. And adit number 5 gets a little deeper. And here's another piece of that same vein, including a beautiful little quartz crystal. And all the iron deposits, just a matter of time. There'll be a chunk of gold. Jason's definitely on the right stuff. Definitely. This is looking good. It's almost like we're onto a new vein, but it looks identical to the old one, just horizontal. And look at those crystal faces in there of quartz crystals. I'll zoom in for you. There you go. There you can see it. I don't think those are quartz. They're a sulfide crystal of some sort.
Really?
Yeah, that might be the telluride crystals we heard about. This would be the right spot.
Might be worth more than gold.
It could be. Let's pull the quartz away from that and see what it looks like a bit more. It's definitely a sulfide crystal. And now I'm not sure. It's like that Smithsonite. We kept changing our mind of what it actually was.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's one of those telluride crystals that Dave told me so much about. Uh-oh, my camera's fogging up. No! Big quartz crystal popping off this one. Couple little quartz crystals and 10 pounds of gold. Well, we'll say that bucket's full because we're tired. And we never did really identify where that seam went. It goes that way for sure. But it still baffles me. Are you tired?
I'm tired.
I'm tired. Let's pack up and get out of here.
Let's go crush this stuff.
Let's do it. Look at this material Jason has been pulling out of there. Wow. Quartz thick with iron pyrite.
Look at those crystals.
Yeah, those are pyrite crystals.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Might be gold in there. Might be. Be interesting to see when we crush all this down of how much comes out on that table. Looks like 6 buckets full. Guessing 350 pounds. That's my guess. Well, we did a job today, that's for sure. We got a whole lot of quartz from there, a whole lot of quartz from there, a whole lot of quartz from there, a little bit around the corner, and we're tired.
We did work today.
We did work today.
We did.
We definitely have gold in those buckets, in those samples. And now it's time to take this back down to Bellingham, throw it through Jason's mill, crush it down, and see what's actually there, and do a little bit of evaluation of those sulfides versus free mill versus, you know, all that kind of stuff. But this video's long enough. I think I'm gonna make a complete separate video of all that process. Crushing, processing, smelting, everything we do down at Jason's workshop. Now, you saw what I did today. If you want to see what Jason did today, go and check out Jason's channel, Mount Baker Mining and Metals. If you're not subscribed to Jason yet, you should be. Go subscribe to Jason's channel, for sure.
Yeah, thanks, Dan.
I hope you enjoyed the video today. Please check back for tomorrow's video. If you liked what we did today, please leave us that thumbs up. If I haven't earned your subscription yet, I hope today did it. Big thanks to everyone for watching, especially my patrons, because as part of my patrons, I get to make weekly episodes of Dan Hurd Prospecting. Hope you're all having a great day. And until the next one, bye.